BMB Game of the Week featuring the Mepham Pirates and the Garden City Trojans. I'm Rocco Law. Alongside here is Tom Morrow. Later to be joined is Willie Yepes here in the booth. We're here at Mepham High School. Tom, it's not only senior night here at Mepham High, but it is a big battle for the Conference A1 first place today.
You're right, Rocco. Both teams met this year already and Mepham came away with the victory in triple overtime, 48-42. Julie Rawlinson scored 20 points, and Riley Clark added 5 points and 11 rebounds for the Pirates. Kelly Brennan had 20 points for Garden City, including 2 free throws with 2 seconds remaining in the regulation. That sent that game to overtime. Haley Guerrero sank 2 free throws with 12 seconds left in the third quarter and third overtime to increase the lead to 2 possessions, 47-42. Nice game for Mepham.
Tom, just quickly before we start the game, 2 big players. Big matchup we're looking forward to right now is Kelly Brennan and Lori De La Croce. That's going to be a hard-fought matchup today. That's the spotlight we're looking for right now this game.
All right, Rocco.
Tom, it's crazy how Garden City, the Trojans, got off their start to this season. 1-8 through their first 9 games. Now they have won 7 of their last 7 conference games. They're 7-3 right now. Back in second place in a 3-way tie right now for second place. And this is a huge playoff implication night for both the Pirates and the Garden City Trojans, if either one was to lose tonight. Jamie Murray brings up the ball. Brennan outside, drives, finds Murray. Murray buries it from beyond the 3-point line, except her foot was on the line right there, so Pirates take an early 2-0 lead.
Nice deep shot there from Murray. Big range.
Has some room on the side. She pull-ups for a 2-pointer right there. Won't go. Rawlinson fought for the rebound, but Pirates will retain possession.
Rocco.
Senior Elisa Desai checks out for Riley Clark.
Rocco, I think we're going to see a lot of Maddie O'Connor under the basket. You know, talk about a couple games ago, had 22 rebounds in the paint. She must live there.
Riley Clark tried to drive in the paint right there. Shot wouldn't go. The Trojans take over possession. Murray dribbling up court, finds Brennan on the right wing. Down low to McGuire. McGuire shoots a nice soft 2-point hook. And the Trojans have an early 4-0 lead.
Senior Chloe McGuire, nice, as you said, hook right down in the paint. Good job by the Trojans executing. Quick 4-0 lead for them.
De La Croce drives, no one there. Misses the layup. Brennan pushes it up the court. Farrar picks up Brennan. Up top, all alone is number 11, Angie Sayal. There's Murray. Brennan on the right wing. Brennan tried the 3-point shot, rebounded by Julia Rawlinson. Brings it back out.
Good aggressiveness and awareness by the Mepham Pirates.
Down low is Clark. Loses the ball. And it's going to be a traveling violation on the Pirates.
Rocco, let's talk about head coach Jim Mulvey, 17-year coach in the team. They made it to the playoffs multiple times, won the conference and championship multiple times. What do you think of big impact they'll play today?
Brennan finds Maddie O'Connor down low, but basket was waved off due to a traveling violation. Going back to what you said, Tom, before, Coach Mulvey has had an illustrious career as the head of the varsity girls basketball program here at Mepham, as Jamie Murray knocks it out of bounds. But you cannot underestimate the mastermind and strategic mind of head coach Jim Mulvey. 2 County Final Four appearances, a bunch of conference titles to his name, as Jamie Murray picks that ball off. Murray trying to find Brennan, but instead found the stands right there as the Pirates will take over.
Pirates down 4, Rocco. They really need to execute, just start over, press the restart button, and get something going here. You know, only about 1 minute and 30 in this game so far. Try to execute, get the mentality going, and let's see what Mepham Pirates can come up with here.
Offensive foul on the Pirates. And Tom, that's what it's all about right now. That really is what it's all about.
Talk about Coach Bilello, third season coaching the team. Been around here for just a quiet bit. Starting to get to know this Garden City team and what they can do.
Coach Bilello had shared last year's Conference A1 title with the Pirates last season. Great start to his coaching gig at Garden City as Julia Rawlinson rebounds the ball. She drives up the court, tries to go coast to coast, and nails the layup. All alone is number 4, Maddie O'Connor. She goes with the right hook, won't fall. Blocked by Riley Clark. Maddie, Jamie Murray nails the two-pointer on the second chance point.
Good job by the Trojans, quickly responding after coast to coast by Rawlinson.
Offensive foul on the Pirates right now. Garden City retains possession.
A lot of miscues early from Mepham. They really need to start getting off to a hot start. Like I mentioned earlier, they reached that button.
Tried to find Angie Sayal. A little bit of an air ball. 6'2" Garden City Trojans with just about 4:41 left here in the first quarter. Riley Clark finds Lori Della Croce. Drives up court. Rawlinson on the right wing. She goes to the lane, and a hard block by number 30, Claire McGuire. Tom, what a great block by Claire McGuire right there. Julia Rawlinson fell to the floor. Hard block right there.
Rocco, the momentum is going back and forth. We've seen it start with the Trojans, went to Mepham after the coast-to-coast from Rawlinson. Now it's going right now to Mepham. 2 shots could make the deficit 2 here.
Riley Clark tried the same attempt that Julia Rawlinson attempted, except Claire McGuire just couldn't set her feet at the right moment, so Clark's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Clark nails the first one, cuts the lead to 3.
Rocco doesn't seem as much here, but any free throw, any point matters here when it comes down to the last couple seconds. Rocco, it's most needed. As we've seen earlier, they went into triple overtime. Any point was needed there.
Brennan drives. Nice defense by the sophomore Clark, able to set her feet. Brennan loses it out of bounds, and the Pirates will take over possession.
Riley Clark opposing a big threat to Garden City when it comes down to the paint.
A little bit of a 1-on-2 right here by Della Croce. Tries to go up and under. And Claire McGuire is going to get called for the defensive foul right there. Just couldn't set her feet. It's going to be a blocking foul. Della Croce was in the action of shooting.
Another opportunity for Mepham here.
She'll go to the line to again cut this Trojan lead. Della Croce misses the first one. 2 substitutions ready to come in here at the scorer's table. Della Croce misses the second one, rebounded by Claire McGuire. Isn't able to cut the lead to 1. Kelly Brennan wide open from deep. Unable to fall, rebounded by Jillian Mayer. Finds Julia Rawlinson. Gonna push it up the court here. A little crossover move. Goes to the right, loses the ball, finds Riley Clark. Layup won't fall. Kelly Brennan pushing up the court. Picked up by Alexa Ferrara. Finds Kelly Brennan, and Brennan knocks down the 3.
Good basketball IQ vision there from Murray. Just seeing Brennan open in the corner, able to connect for a deep 3.
Another 1-on-2 finds Lori Della Croce by Alexa Ferrara. Loses the ball, and the Trojans will take over possession. Couple of substitutions here. Guerrero checks in for Alexa Ferrara, and Audrey Fitzgerald comes in for the Trojans. Tom, we talked about it before the game. One of the 2 spotlight players we were going to look at was Kelly Brennan. She's been on fire these last couple of games. Pirates need the container in order to stay in this game because the Trojans, Tom, the Trojans right now have all the momentum. They've been on a 7-game win streak. It does not get as much hotter as that as a 7-game win streak.
Rocco, you mentioned a 7-game win streak for the Trojans. You know, key player Kelly Brennan been a big key factor in those 7 games, averaging just about 9.1 points per game. She's definitely going to do some damage today.
Nice little court vision right there on the outlet pass. Finds the senior Della Croce down low.
Rocco, you talk about Lori Della Croce, 3-year varsity player, senior leader, starting point guard, averaging just about 8.8 points per game. It's definitely been a big key factor since her return this year.
Tom, it's been a long road. We talked about this in the last BMB game of the week. Della Croce last season, ACL injury, goes down with a meniscus, starting point guard down. The team thinks all hopes is lost, but it really wasn't when they ended up sharing last year's A1 conference title with the Trojans. Della Croce comes back this season, looks better than ever, posting career highs. It's been a long journey for the senior, but she's really embraced the senior leadership role this year, right now.
You're right, Rocco.
Like we talked about, she's another key spotlight matchup we're going to look for. Lori Della Croce needs to come up big for her Pirates right now. Down 6 early on. Missed both of her free throw attempts at the line, both tries. Audra Fitzgerald finds Kelly Brennan up top. Fitzgerald guarded by Riley Clark. He gets called for the traveling violation.
That's a much-needed turnover for Mepham as they're down 6. They need to make something happen here in the first quarter.
Trojans really putting on the pressure defense right now. They really take an in-depth look into the full court pressure. Mayer up top. Della Croce resetting the offense. 2:27 left here in the first quarter. Della Croce drives right, finds a wide open Haley Guerrero. Nails that one from deep and cuts the Trojan lead to 4 points.
Mepham trying to oppose some life here.
Guarded tightly by Haley Guerrero. Fitzgerald thought about shooting it. It's been a little bit like a walk right there by Fitzgerald. And look at Jamie Murray with the step back 2-point jump shot. Tom, looks like a little bit of a prayer shot, but able to get it in.
A nice step back. You know, defender was right in her face. Did what she can to step back and stop and pop there, Rocco.
Julian Mayer brings it up for the Pirates. Finds Della Croce up top. Riley Clark and Fitzgerald going at it in the post. Clark wanted the post up right there. She gets it. Batted away by Fitzgerald. A little bit of a post war going on. Instead, it's Rollinson.
35-second, violation there. Something that comes back to bite you.
Tom, there was went on with a little bit of a post war right there with Clark and Fitzgerald. Jamie Murray, another step back. No good, rebounded by Rollinson. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Della Croce finds Clark down low. Clark is fighting for the ball, unable to pull up with the ball as Murray and Clark went at it.
Tough
Pirates
fight.
Retained possession.
Tough fight there for Mepham Garden City.
Della Croce back up top for the Pirates. Riley Clark to Jillian Mayer. Mayer, little outlet pass to Riley Clark down low. She goes back up, won't go. Rebounded by Angie Sayao. 2-on-1. Kelly Brennan to the rack. Layup won't go, but she was in the act of shooting and she was fouled and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Rocco, you talk about Kelly Brennan, key player on the court that makes things happen. Best shooter on the team, best defender on the team, averaging 9.1 points per game. Great basketball IQ vision there. Drawing a foul right around when you need it. Good 2 points coming up here if she can knock these 2 free throws down.
Brennan knocks down the first one.
Much needed points there for Garden City. Can make the deficit bigger here.
Brennan nails both at the line. Gives the Trojans their largest lead of of the night so far, 8 points.
8 points, 33 seconds. I think Coach Mulvey's definitely trying to just get a shot off. You know, try to take one home.
Mayer pushes up the court, finds Allie Heller, drives to the rack. The senior Della Croce tried to save the ball. Took a little bit of a bullet train hit.
Shot clock off, 21 seconds. 8-point lead for Garden City. Coach Bilello is definitely looking to extend the lead.
Down low was number 4, Maddie O'Connor, tried to go up with the layup. And fouled was the sophomore, Alana Morse. And the Pirates will retain possession, trying to get one shot off with just 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jamie Murray fought, hustled right there, trying to keep the ball out of Della Croce's hands.
Caroline Flanagan's going to come in for Maddie O'Connor.
Julie Mayer finds Haley Guerrero, drives to the rack, no good. Rebound again by Guerrero. And the layup won't fall. Fitzgerald double teamed. And that will be the end of the first quarter. 13-5. The Trojans are up. Tom, big performance right there in the first quarter by the Trojans. Kelly Brennan, the junior. It's going to be a long night for the Pirates, but it's definitely going to be fun in the trenches once again.
You're right, Rocco. And, you know, mention we got to talk with Coach Bilello, and, you know, one of his 3 things that he needs to do to beat Mepham is play defense, rebound, and placing the ball on the floor. They've definitely been successful at all 3 so far. In the paint, getting rebounds, playing good defense, only holding Mepham 5 points, and definitely placing the ball. Great vision IQ, basketball vision IQ by Garden City.
You're right, Tom, and just as we head into the second quarter, we're going to turn it over to Lily Yepes, who's joining in the booth.
So welcome, Lily.
Hello.
Welcome, you know, 8-point lead for Garden City. Successful throughout, almost around the arc and in the paint as well. You know, coming into this one, it's going to be a close one. Triple overtime. Both teams went early in the season. You know, they fought 3 overtimes. Mepham came out on top in that one. Garden City's up 8. You know, what do you think? What do you think Garden City needs to do to maintain their lead?
You know, Garden City's really up here with all their enthusiasm, and Mepham, they're really pressing them and, you know, testing their patience. And I think if Garden City keeps that up, Mepham's going to have a really hard time, you know, taking over that lead.
All right. Just quick out of bounds. After Croce hit it out, Brennan's going to inbound it. That goes over Fitzgerald. Down in the paint to Flanagan. Now back out to Brennan. He goes underneath. Fitzgerald. Looks like an offensive. Mayer's looking to inbound it. Gets it to Heller. Out of bounds on Garden City. So a lot of quick press here, Lily. You know, what does that show early in this game?
You know, only in the second quarter, these girls are looking to put up a lot of points, even in the second quarter. Garden City's really looking to get that big lead on Mepham and, you know, stomp on them. And we're going to see Mepham come out and, you know, really try and get that lead over them again.
Right, Lily, and you know these 2 teams last year shared the Conference A1. Mepham's currently leading in Conference A1. Garden City is on a 3-way tie between Great Neck South and Long Beach. Garden City wins this one, and Long Beach and Great Neck South lose second place, and that's something Coach Bilello would love to do. You know, his team has come a far way. They started off 0-6, come a far way to be 8-7, 7-3 in the conference. 8-3 won't hurt them, only make them better, and that's what this Coach Bilello stresses here.
Definitely, Coach Mulvey definitely does not want to let this game go. This is a big game for them, especially as their senior game. You know, these Mepham girls are not going to let Garden City beat them.
Haley Girl controls that one, stops and pops. No good, off the mark. Nice rebound there by Julian Mayer, stolen away though by Murray. She's going to go to Saya for three. Murray knocks it down. Jamie Murray, the senior, averaging just about 6.9 points per game. Makes it an 11-point game.
You know, Tom, as Garden City, they've got that really good number 15, that really great three-point shooter, and I think Mepham's really got to take her down if they want to get this win tonight.
Murray's been all over the perimeter, stressing it much. Lana Morse goes off to Heller. She goes to Haley Guerrero. Yep, looking to get something here. Morse, no good. It's going to be off Garden City, off Flanagan. So we'll stay Mepham. Riley Clark checks in. Lana Morse comes out. Saya and Flanagan come out. Del Croce goes up, she's fouled, an opportunity for 2 points, cut it to a 9-point lead for Garden City. Been to the line twice so far, hasn't made any. Let's see if she can knock these two down.
Really tough player, The other team on defense definitely don't want to be on her. She's going to find her way, and she's going to dribble down and really get those layups, and she's a dangerous player here.
No good after a violation. Someone stepping in. But, Lily, you mentioned how Lori Del Croce has been a big key factor for Mepham. And that's the battle myself and Rocco were talking about. How it's going to be her and, Kelly Brennan for Garden City battling it off at the point guard position. And it's been all for Garden City, Kelly Brennan, so far.
Both of these players are really tough. They are not going to give up for their team. This is more than, a one-on-one. This is about their team, and both of them are really team players, and they're not going to let up easy. They're going to put their best out on the court and leave it there.
Shot there by Del Croce, no good. Rawlins has got it for three. She gets it to fall. 16-8, cuts the lead to 8. Much needed three for Mepham. And the junior, Julia Rawlinson, comes up big. Kelly Brennan steps into one, no good. Clark's got it under control. And it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to Mepham.
Mepham's really going to start opposing these outside threes because one after another, they're really going to start adding up. And as we see, 16-8. Mepham usually, first, second quarter, usually up by a lot, but now we see that they're down by 8. And they're really going to start opposing those 3 corners.
Going for a Hail Mary. Haley Guerrero got it under control. She'll go to the line for 2. Trying to make it an N1, unsuccessful, but another 2 points that Mepham could take advantage of here. Cut it to a 6-point lead, what was once an 11-point lead. Something Coach Mulvey and the girls definitely stressed to try to cut the leads and work hard.
In last game against Garden City, Mepham had a lot of foul shots. So now that we see early in the second quarter, it's 16-9 down for Mepham. Foul shots are going to be a really, really key aspect of this game.
Unsuccessful on the second one. Good rebound by Wallinson. She gets it to Clark. Mayer down to the paint. Out of bounds. That'll go to Garden City after she threw it right at her foot. Smart play, but it's a smart play there. You're right out of bounds almost. Throw it at the opponent's foot. 16-9, 7-point lead, Garden City. They've been able to play great defense and, just stress it a lot.
So, in this game, Riley Clark, one of the best rebounders on the team. She's really stepped up the game this season, averaging with about 8 points this season. Riley Clark, great player, and especially in this game when we see all these, for Garden City, shooting these threes, we see Riley Clark, posting up every game, consistently posting up and putting up those points, which is really going to add up this game, especially in such a close game where Mepham can't seem to, get a play going. And I think Riley Clark is really going to step up this game.
She's definitely going to be a big threat there, Lily. Last game that these two faced off, she had 11 rebounds, and actually a couple games ago, Maddie O'Connor for Garden City had 22 rebounds. So, you know, definitely those two come together in the paint, and that's their battle. Just like how Lori Della Croce and Kelly Brennan, key players for both teams, battled off. They're going to battle down in the paint, and we're going to definitely see that today.
Riley Clark definitely has made a great impact on Mepham. She's going to do big things, especially only as a sophomore. So let's see how she plays out this game.
19-6, 7-point lead for Garden City. What should we do with the, we're going to make it more here. This one. McGuire goes off to Brennan. She's going to take it up court. 5:40 in running. Murray's got it. Going to go around. Goes underneath to McGuire. She stops. Banks it home. Nice bank shot by McGuire. There. Got Robinson. She's got Clark. Little 2-on-1. Lose control. Gets it back. She goes up. Off the right side of the rim. No good. Brennan taking it up. Going to go right through. She drives. And that's going to be called for an offensive foul. Smart decision there by sophomore Haley Guerrero.
Haley Guerrero is great at keeping her feet planted, especially seeing a girl coming hard at you with all her power. It's really difficult to keep your feet planted and those hands up with no foul, and that's exactly what a great player she did.
Guerrero taking it up. Back to senior Lori Della Croce. 18-9. Under 5 minutes now. Stolen away. Controlled by Brennan. She's going to take it herself. Airballs that one. Guerrero contains control. She's going to take it herself, looking for somewhere to go. Goes underneath to Riley Clark. And McGuire's going to be called for over the back.
You see both teams really getting under each other's skin only in the second quarter, and especially with Mepham down by 9. Mepham was really not going to let this down easy. Usually Mepham's the one with the lead, but now we see Garden City really stepping up, and that's definitely going to be a really competitive game.
Fitzgerald checks in for McGuire as shot from Lori Della Croce is off the mark. And here's Brennan taking it up. Guarded by Rawlinson. Goes over to Cuffs. Cuffs looking for somewhere to go. It's going to be called for a traveling violation there from Cuffs. Gives Mepham the ball. Della Croce's got it. Looking for somewhere to go. Goes to the right. Out on O'Connor, so Mepham will have the ball now. Mayer's going to inbound it. Goes to Rawlinson. Trying to go to the paint. Kelly Brennan called for the foul. Must be a blocking foul.
Garden City really playing a confusing defense because, you know, when the players are really trying to go into the paint, they're starting to trap them, but then on the outside, they're really pressing them and opposing their shots. Definitely a tough defense for Mepham to break.
Gordon's Mepham now in the bonus. Rawlinson will get 2 shots. First one's no good. 18-9, 9-point lead still. Second one's good, so 8-point lead now for Garden City. Alexa Ferraro comes into the game for Julian Mayer. Bringing it up is Murray. A long 3, no good. Back is Sayu, gets it under the paint. Connor knocks it down. Robinson looking to do some damage here as the lead's back up to 10 for 3. No good after she hits the hardwood of Mepham. Murray bringing it up. Kicks it over to Sawyu. O'Connor underneath. Looking to pass it away. She's got Brennan. She's going to be called for a traveling violation after trying to do a pivot move, unsuccessful.
You know, here we see Mepham really starting to put that pressure on and starting to realize that they have a chance. Well, obviously they have a chance, but, you know, they're really going to start putting this pressure on Garden City.
2010, down 10 is Mepham. 3:22 in the running. Ferrara over to Della Croce. Goes underneath, tipped away by Murray. It's going to be out of bounds on Murray. Mepham will keep possession. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 3:14 on the game clock. Ferrara goes to Della Croce. Clark underneath. Goes up, no good. Comes down with it. Looked like it might have been over the back, but no. It's going to be called on Riley Clark, the foul. Coach Mulvey definitely not happy about that one. Looked like over the back from here. You never tell. It's a 2010, 10-point lead still for Garden City. Murray bringing it up court. Fitzgerald. Makes it a Sawyu. Stops and pops, no good. Rawlinson contains it. Haley Guerrero. Traveling violation. Looked like it might have been not what we saw from here, Lily, but traveling violation called. Kelly Brennan's got it. Murray's got it now. Dribbling up court, goes underneath. Fitzgerald. Traveling call now.
You know, Tom, as we see in these really close, intense games, the more intense, the more fouls, the more bad calls. And I think that's a really big aspect for Mepham, that they've got to work through that and, you know, be better than those bad calls.
A lot of miscues tonight so far between both teams. Ferrara. Rawlinson for three. No good. Way off the mark. Picked up by Sawyu, but a little miscue there from her.
You know, Angelina Sawyu, an underclassman who stepped into this new role, really taking over the point guard and averaging with about 7 points a game, which is not easy. You know, coming up as an underclassman to varsity is a totally different world, and, you know, she really did a great job in replacing that job of point guard.
Brennan looking to do some damage, steps back. Connects. Nice bank shot from Kelly Brennan to extend the lead to 12. About a minute 54 here. Julie Mayer trying to set something up. Goes to Haley Guerrero. Goes underneath. Almost an N1, but she'll go to the line for two. Trying to cut it down back to 10. A minute 45.
As you said earlier, Tom, the more intense the game gets, the more fouls, and that means that Mepham's really got to make their foul shots. We're going to see these foul shots. If they make them, it's really going to help them. But if they don't make these foul shots, it's really going to come back at them at the end of the game.
Drills the first. 22-11.
Did you tell him? Yeah. Okay.
Second one drilled as well. 22-12, back to 10 the lead. Mepham cutting that lead to 10. You know, Lily, you mentioned these points are so important at the end of the game. You know, I mentioned coming into the second quarter, these two teams went into a triple overtime. It came down to the littlest points. You know, free throw shots. Little 2-point shots, and you know, both teams need them as much as they can. And you know, down to 10, they need them the most right now.
And Mepham really worked hard after that game of triple overtime, and the game coming down to 1 point at one foul shot. Mepham really put in the work to make sure that they nail those foul shots every time they're on the line. And that's what we hope to see.
Murray takes a shot that's off the mark. Victoria Della Croce goes to Guerrero as she'll go to the line for two again. Another 2 points coming up big here if Mepham cut the lead to 8. If she can connect on these two shots.
Being on the foul line and being fouled, it's not easy taking those foul shots in front of everyone and, you know, keeping your cool. But, you know, foul shots are going to be a really important aspect, especially for Haley Guerrero, who works so hard at practice and, you know, wants to be the best she can.
Guerrero drills it.
You know, Tom, it takes an athlete to be on that line and, you know, keep your cool and make that foul shot, not for you, but for your team, and that's what a team player does.
22-14. 4 for 4 from the line is Guerrero, a nice defensive steal. And she was fouled. Showing her heart is Haley Guerrero. And going to the line for 2. Foul was called on the floor, but they're in the bonus, so she'll go for the line. First one's no good. Drills it. 22-15. Leads cut to 7.
Haley Guerrero really coming in clutch, making all her foul shots, such a crucial part of this game.
Robinson goes back to Guerrero. Goes underneath. She hits it. 7 points for Guerrero in at least the last 2 minutes. Coming up huge is the sophomore, Haley Guerrero. 5 for 6 from the line and drills a 2-pointer. That's much needed. Leads cut down to 5, what was once a 12-point lead.
Haley Guerrero, that is a great play by her, showing heart, you know, putting it all out on the floor for her team, not for herself, but for her team. She's putting her body out for every ball and putting her best effort. You know, that's what a team player does, especially in these close games. That's exactly what Coach Mulvey and the Mepham Pirates need for them. And it's great to see this underclassman who's really showed herself this season to step up and do what she has to for the team.
You're right, Lily. And, you know, that's with an athlete and, you know, a player like Haley Guerrero giving it all out. You know, down 12, cuts the lead to 5, 7 points in 2 minutes, as I mentioned. Not even, you know, six opportunities to cut the lead, gets 5 of them. And here we are, 5-point lead at Mepham High School. 2 teams last year tied for first place in A1. Mepham's looking to carry it out and lock up first place. Garden City's looking to answer, and they certainly have done so with the help of junior Kelly Brennan and, you know, senior Jamie Murray. As Sawyer got this one, dribbling it up court, trying to get past Guerrero. Gets to Fitzgerald. A minute left in the first half. Under control, has it under control. It's Griffin driving, lays it home, extends the lead to 7. 48 seconds here. 24-17. Rawlinson's got it. Looking to drive. Kicks it to Haley Guerrero on the wing. No good, off the mark. Rebounded by Mayer. Gets it back to Haley Guerrero. She's in trouble. She's going to get fouled. That's going to go against Murray.
I believe that's number 4 foul from Haley Guerrero, going at the line. And, you know, we keep saying Haley Guerrero making her foul shots, being a team player, and it's exactly what Mepham needs.
Lily, that's the last person you want at the foul line for Mepham. 5 for 6 from the line in about 30 seconds.
After that game, triple overtime against Garden City, Haley Guerrero, one of the most hard-working girls on this team, worked so hard to, you know, make sure she gets those foul shots down and make sure during these kind of moments that she gets those and she sinks these foul shots for her team. And that's exactly what Mepham Pirates need, sitting pretty in first place right now.
As you mentioned, Lily, you know, Haley Guerrero sank the last few free throws with 12 seconds left in the third overtime to increase the lead to 2 possessions, 47-42 to ice that game for Mepham earlier in the season. A little difficulty there. Clock's going to be stopped right around 18 seconds, so those free throws, you know, come up big, like we mentioned, at the end of the game. 24-17, 7-point lead for Garden City. 18 seconds left. got it. Goes to Fitzgerald, guarded by Rawlinson. Pops, no good. Controlled by Victoria Dela Croce, goes to Rawlinson. 7 seconds left, goes to Mayer. Mayer out to Victoria for Dela Croce for 3. Off the mark. And that'll conclude the first half. 24-17, 7-point lead for Garden City. What's the big takeaway, Lily?
Garden City really keeping their energy the entire first half. And we see Mepham, you know, not stepping up, but Garden City really getting their shots, making those outside threes and really putting it in. And we saw Mepham, you know, slowly coming back in the second quarter. And I don't think Mepham's going to let it easy this next half.
You're right, Lily. And for Garden City, they definitely stress their big 3 keys, which is defense, rebounding, placing the ball up the floor. But, you know, Coach Bilello's done a great job with that. And now, speaking of Coach Bilello, we're going to go ahead and toss it over to Rocco Law, where he has Coach Bilello.
All right, thanks, guys. Coach, you guys have just a 7-point lead heading into the second half, but the Pirates gained some traction heading into the second half. Yeah. You know, what was the difference maker in those last 2 minutes?
I would say, you know, just defensive intensity on both sides. You know, Mepham made some adjustments, fixed their press, and now we got to come back in the second half and make our adjustments too, you know.
And your guard, Jamie Murray, had a great performance in the first half. What do you think is the key for her just to keep it going in the second half?
Yeah, just keep control. She's our point guard. She's got to keep control of the game, keep everyone motivated, move the ball around, and we'll all get our shots, and she'll get her shots.
And do you think just the physical play has just been just a little bit more boring this game than most games you played this season?
We always battle with Mepham, and last year same thing. So you know, it's a fun gym to play at. It's small, gets physical out there, but in a positive way. And I think both teams are having fun and playing well right now.
All right, great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. All right, guys, back to you.
Cheers.
Thanks, Rocco. That'll do it for the first half of basketball action here. 24-17 Garden City. We're going to throw it Coach Mulvey for the announcements of senior night.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our senior night. In a few moments, thank you. In a few moments, we will be honoring our 4 Mepham Lady Pirates seniors. First, I wanted to thank our administration, led by Mr. Gomez. I know Mr. Dell is here, and Athletic Director Mr. Kracko is also here. Thank you to them. The scorers table, our custodial staff, especially all our families who help with the concession stand. Extra special thanks to little Dela Croce over there. No pretzels tonight. But thanks for all your help with everything over there. A huge thank you to our team manager, Julia. Thank you so much for everything that you do, Julia Roseman. And a special thanks, and we have some flowers for you, to our athletic trainer. We have some flowers for you. Marissa, thank you for all you do. I think she's our 3rd athletic trainer this year. We go through them quickly. Now for our Mepham Lady Pirates seniors. This senior, who one day after a soccer game I met in the hallway and said, I think you should play basketball. And then she came out for basketball. She just played 1 year in our program, but she might be our most improved player. Everybody roots for her. In a game versus Herrick's this year, hit her only shot, a 3-pointer on the season. She has participated in 2 years of winter track, 3 years spring track, and 5 years in soccer. She has narrowed her college choices down to Regis College and St. Francis College, and will be playing soccer while studying nursing. We ask that Mr. and Mrs. Dessau please join number 4, Elise Dessau, on the court. Go right out there. Good. Right over there. H, just have him line up over there on the baseline. Our next senior and 2 years on the varsity. She is a 4-year varsity lacrosse player. She is choosing between Adelphi, Malloy, Hofstra, and LIU Post to study education. She has been our 3-point specialist the last 2 years. This player comes to practice each and every day with a great attitude. Mr. and Mrs. Ferrara, please join our captain, number 5, Alexa Ferrara. Our third senior played 1 year on JV and 3 years on the varsity. She is a varsity volleyball and badminton player. This player is so much more than your average student athlete. After suffering a season-ending ACL and MCL tear in November of 2019, the road to recovery was filled with challenge after challenge. She is the epitome of hard work and perseverance. This season, she is one of the top guards in our conference. She is choosing between St. John's, John Jay College, and St. Paul University. She is also exploring the possibility of playing basketball at John Jay. Mr. and Mrs. Della Croce, please join senior captain number 10, Laura Della Croce. Our final senior has played 2 years on JV and 2 years on varsity. She has played varsity lacrosse, varsity volleyball, conference champs this year. She was named team captain for this year's volleyball season also. This player has played every position on the court for us in the last 2 years. When Lori Della Croce went down last year, she stepped in as the point guard and led us to a conference championship. She is whatever it takes type of athlete. She will do whatever we need for the good of the team. Last season, she was named honorable mention All-County. She's deciding between Villanova University, Penn State, Ohio State, and recently was accepted to the University of Virginia. Mr. and Mrs. Mayer, please join our senior captain, number 11, Jillian Mayer. Seniors and their families, on behalf of myself, Coach H. and Coach Wills, we thank you for your dedication and commitment to the program. Thank you so much.
Hello, welcome back to the second half action. We're going to toss it to Rocco Law where he has Coach Mulvey.
All right, thanks, guys. Coach, heading into the second half, Garden City's 7-point lead, and you guys gained a little bit of momentum heading into the second half. What's some big keys that you guys need to capitalize on here in the second half?
We're definitely looking to attack the basket more, get them in foul trouble, which we did. Haley Guerrero going to the basket, getting to the line, chipping away, stopping the clock, getting foul shots.
And do you think today's game has been a little bit more physical than most games this season you've had?
Oh yeah, Garden City, anytime you play them, real physical team, it's always going to be like that. Last game was triple overtime with them.
All right, great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Thanks, Rocco. Coming back here for the second half of action, 24-17 Garden City. So, Lily, it's been a rough first half for Mepham. Success going to Garden City's way in the first half. But, joining us now is Rocco Law. So, Rocco, I mentioned to Lily before he joined us in the booth, it's been a rough first half for Mepham, a successful first half for Garden City. Of course, Garden City would love to, just keep this going. But the dominance of Mepham throughout the season has been the comebacks and this and that. But, Garden City's on a 7-game win streak, could make it 8 tonight.
You're right, Tom, and, whoever has the momentum, that's definitely going to play a part in the game. But right now, as you saw heading into the second half, Pirates chipping away, getting fiery. They're getting, trying to build a fire that ignites the flame right now. They're down 7 heading into the second half, and the Pirates, big game right now. This is what a playoff game looks like, Tom. This is the playoff game atmosphere. Del Croce, Rawlinson in the corner.
Good defense by Garden City. That's one of the things that Coach Bilello stresses for the 3 things that he needs to do to beat Mepham, of course, that we talked about throughout the game, and that's defense. Defense has come up big, held Mepham to 17 points in 2 quarters.
Murray brings up the ball, passes it over to Kelly Brennan. Brennan finds McGuire. And a hard pick by McGuire on Haley Guerrero. She's very hastily to get up right now. That was a big hit taken by Haley Guerrero.
Discussion between the referees on what we're going to call here. 24-17.
Brennan over to Sayao. Sayao drives to the basket all alone, misses the layup. Rebounded by Maddie O'Connor, but the layup would not fall as Del Croce takes it up the court. Clark fighting for it in the post, unable to take control, but the Pirates still retain possession.
Good job there by Mepham.
Finds a cutting Guerrero as she gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
You know, Rocco, I got the chance to talk to Coach Bilello earlier this week, and he said, one of the things that changed for Trojans since the start of their season is this team chemistry and the team culture. They were dedicated to come to put work in over the break, and that was a turning point as far as team together.
Guerrero knocks down the first one at the line. And Tom, what you said there right there is 100% true. Trojans 1-8 through their first 9. Won 7 of the last 7 games on a big win streak right now. Looking to keep it that way as Guerrero misses the second free throw. Brennan guarded tightly by Rawlinson. Clark on McGuire as she's in the post. Brennan drives, gets fouled, not an act of shooting.
Rocco, it just shows the dedication and teamwork that these players have. Rocco, we talk about Julia Rawlinson, a key athlete for Mepham. Junior who has been playing more and more.
Brennan from deep, unable to go.
Rocco, she's Newsday's top 100 player, junior, averaging just about 8.6 points per game. Key player for Mepham.
Guerrero called for the foul, standing. You're right, Tom. Julia Rawlinson, she's been a talked about player coming into this season. Conference A1 Player of the Year. Now a Newsday top 100 player. Hasn't happened in the program for quite some time. As Brennan's at the free throw line. One thing we could say, though, about. As Brennan makes the first one, Tom, as Julia Rawlinson just hasn't looked like herself as of last season. Domination in every game last season. Had a big game last season against the Trojans on one of these nights. Just hasn't looked herself, trying to find her pulse, just trying to find her groove, get back into the rhythm.
25-18. Still 7-point lead.
Brennan drives to the basket. Fouled by Riley Clark.
Rocco, one thing you could say about this game so far, a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers comes to cost you. Very costly.
Looks like Clark shaking up a little bit as Brennan misses the first free throw. Riley Clark a little bit shaken up on that last play. Got substituted for Alana Morse. Brennan makes the second free throw, gets the Trojan lead back up to 8. Pirates trying to get on a bit of a roll here. Rawlinson double team, finds Morse. Shot won't fall, a little bit of an air ball.
Tipped away, good defense by Garden City.
Jamie Murray takes up the ball. Up top, guarded by Della Croce. Gives it off to Sayao and blocked by Haley Guerrero.
Both defense, both sides playing good defense so far throughout this second half. Nice block there by Guerrero.
Haley Guerrero able to steal it away, but gave it back to Jillian Mayer and it was fouled. Trojans stopped the pace of play. Della Croce takes up the ball, passes it off over to Guerrero. Back up top to Rawlinson. Rawlinson takes the two-pointer, unable to fall. Rebounded, taken away by sophomore Haley Guerrero. But Jamie Murray stumbles and falls while rebounding. And the Trojans will take over possession.
Aggressive defense there from Mepham. Trying to put a press on.
Murray trying to find someone, gets a neat little pick over there by McGuire. Murray finds Brennan. Brennan drives. Right hand able to go. And the Trojans have their largest lead of the game, 10 points. Della Croce found on the left-hand side. Two-pointer won't fall. Mayer, take out of bounds, finds Rawlinson on the wing. Shot will fall. Was rebounded by Dominic DeLutri. And the Trojans, once again, will take over possession.
10-point lead for Garden City. They're looking to extend it here.
Jamie Murray, double teamed. Haley Guerrero knocked to the ground back where the play had originated. Gets up on her feet. Now picked up by Brennan, gives it back to Julia Rawlinson. Rawlinson trying to go all the way, gets fouled hard, and will now proceed to go to the line to shoot two. Tom, it's been a rough and physical game all game. No, everybody's seen that. Like we said, it's going to be one in the trenches.
You're right, Rocco. It's been physical and aggressive so far throughout this game, and that's what we're going to see, a battle of the A1 Conference.
Rawlinson misses the first one.
We're going to see that, Garden City tied for second with a three-way tie. Mepham in first. Both teams trying to fight for the conference title.
Now that's what you're going to mostly see as you lead up to the playoffs. The last 4 games, as Rawlinson makes the second one. 9-point lead for the Trojans. That's what you're going to see headed up into the playoffs. This is a playoff game type of atmosphere. This is what you're going to expect in the playoffs. This is a playoff game type situation. Kelly Brennan rebounds the ball. Unable to get the shot off as Della Croce with the hard hustle defense. Able to make her commit the traveling violation.
Rocco, you mentioned it's a playoff type atmosphere here, and it's definitely, these are 2 playoff teams. Definitely 2 playoff teams. They could even see each other in the playoffs. So it's a good lead up game here.
Della Croce finds a cutting Haley Guerrero. Layup wouldn't fall. Sayao finds Brennan back up top. McGuire down in the paint. Back up top to Brennan. over to the left-hand side. 2-point shot will not fall for Kaylin Koofs. Pirates trying to get something going as Haley Guerrero drives to the paint and knocks down the 2-point shot to go. Cuts the Trojan lead to 7.
This is where the lead's been all around all night. About 7 or 8 points, Garden City has been maintaining control. But could Mepham break it? That's the big question.
Delutri fouled Koofs right near the inbound line. Garden City being in the bonus will go to the line and shoot 2, trying to extend their 7-point lead. Koofs unable to get the first one to fall. Koofs' second shot.
Big points for Garden City, unable to connect.
Walton's layup unable to fall.
Rocco, those 2 free throws from Koofs were big ones there, Rocco. And now miscues here from Garden City is definitely going to be costly. 2:52 left in the third. Still plenty of time left in this game. But every play matters here.
Della Croce in the right wing, pull-up jumper. Good from 28 feet. And the lead is back down to 5. McGuire thought about shooting the 3. Pull-up jumper won't go. Rebounded by Dominic Delutri. And the Pirates will reset with just about 2:24 left here in the third quarter. There goes a driving Della Croce, and is fouled.
Haven't seen a crowd like this in a while, Rocco.
Tom, this crowd getting energetic, trying to get back into the game. This is probably the biggest crowd I've seen since the boys' playoff game last year against MacArthur.
5-point lead. Could make it a 3-point lead.
Della Croce has had some trouble here at the free throw line today. First one will not fall. Tom, if the Pirates really need to get back in this game, need to get Della Croce. She misses the second one, but rebounded by Allie Heller. Really need to get these free throws down, especially in crunch time.
You're right, Rocco.
Koofs' 2-point shot went into no man's land, and the Pirates will take over possession.
Rocco, you talk about, Matty O'Connor, a junior who's been playing more and more every week. Best rebounder, season high 22, hardest worker on the team, averaging just about 8.7 points per game, like I mentioned, Rocco. 22 rebounds, season high for O'Connor.
O'Connor has been the down low threat that the Garden City Trojans have relied on.
Rocco, I mentioned to Lily earlier in the game, it's a battle between Della Croce and Brennan down in the paint. It's Clark and O'Connor fighting it out.
You're right, Tom, and these were the big possessions. These were the big spotlight matchups we were talking about early on.
Right,
Both teams rely on their leaders heftily in Brennan and Della Croce. His Cuffs goes to the line to shoot 2 in the bonus. Makes the first one, lead back up to 6.
1 for 3 from the line. Trying to at least go 2 for 4 here. There's O'Connor over the back. And Rocco, once you're in that paint so long, it's almost like it doesn't even happen. But, the referees definitely see it. And it becomes a habit. You just want to get every board. Unable to. Now Mepham's going to go to the line because they're both in the bonus. Little things like that come back to bite you at the end of the game.
You're right, Tom, and the Pirates today have an especially tough time here at the free throw line. Still continuing as Allie Heller misses her first free throw. Heller's second free throw is nailed. 5-point lead for the Trojans. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Rebounded by Alexa Ferrara. Pushing up the court is Haley Guerrero. Kelly Brennan in shock right now as the referee stated she committed the foul. Coach Bilello.
Griffin's going to come in for Brennan.
Riley Clark nails her first free throw.
Rocco a bit of a threat here. Kelly Brennan checked out of the game, 4 fouls, key player for Garden City.
Margot Griffin came in for the substitution. Riley Clark's second free throw, unable to fall. Audrey Fitzgerald guard tightly. Sayao back to cuffs. Sayao for 3. Nails it from deep. And the Trojan lead is back up to 7.
Mepham looking to answer after a big 3 from Sayao.
Lori Della Croce answers with a 3 of her own. A 2 of her own. Foot on the line right there. 5-point lead for the Trojans. Down low, open, was Maddie O'Connor.
The big threat of O'Connor in the paint has been killing Mepham all game long.
Haley Guerrero thought about shooting it. Knocked out of bounds by the Trojans. Couple of substitutions coming in for the Pirates. Alexa Ferrara checks in for Julia Rawlinson. And Riley Clark checks out for Jillian Mayer. Mayer trying to find someone. Poked out of bounds was by Maddie O'Connor. Mayer trying to find someone. Back up top is Guerrero. Finds a lane. Her layup will fall. 5-point lead for the Trojans. 20 seconds left. Shot clock off. Margot Griffin. Shot won't fall.
A big foul there, Rocco. Garden City it's a must need. 2 free throws here.
First free throw. Won't connect. Second free throw attempt, unable to fall. Rebounded by Julia Rawlinson. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wide open is sophomore Haley Guerrero. Shot will fall. And they'll run out the clock here in the third quarter with a 5-point lead for the Trojans.
Rocco, an aggressive battle here for the A1 conference here. You know, as I mentioned all game long, it's a 3-way battle here. You know, Garden City trying to hold its own in the conference standings.
You're right, Tom. And the key for the Pirates going into the second quarter, they got to score. They got to get some points up on the board. This is a big game, not only for the Trojans right now, who's on a 7-game win streak, but also the Pirates. This is a big game for them. They know that if this does turn out to be a loss, this is going to come back to haunt them later in the year.
We're going to talk about sophomore, second-year varsity player, rising star in the program, averaging 8.4 points per game. Haley Guerrero has been a threat. Now joining us is Lily Yepes. So, Lily, you know, we're just talking about sophomore Haley Guerrero, second-year varsity player, only 2 years a sophomore. And, you know, we mentioned earlier in the game, you know, 2 minutes, 7 points, incredible just about in the third quarter. You know, what has she done and played a big impact today?
Haley Guerrero, she's great. She has great ball handles, and she's really able to drive hard and take it all the way to the hoop. She's able to get those layups, and those layups really add up. She's a beast, and she will not stop. She's that player that will put it all on the court, and she will not stop until she is proud of what she's done and what she's done for the team.
34-29, 5-point lead for Garden City. It's going to come down to 1 quarter in the last. If we don't go into overtime, it could end here in regulation. Like you mentioned, you know, it's going to come all out here on the court.
And you know, second game against Garden City, last time going 3 times in overtime. Both these teams so aggressive and so competitive with each other. And you know, the refs not scared to call fouls. You know, that's going to cause a lot of foul shots. And let's see how both these teams play out. Mepham really working hard to make these foul shots. And let's see who's really going to step up for these Pirates.
Garden City looking to try to extend their win streak to 8. Mepham looking to break it at 7. Shot by Fitzgerald's no good. Koofs has got it. Guerrero maintains control now. Rawlinson kicks it out to Mayer for 3. Off the mark.
Another really hard-working player, Jillian Mayer, constantly working on those big 3-pointers to win those games, and I think that's what she's going to end up doing here tonight.
Griffin's got it down low. Guerrero's got it. Timeout by Coach Mulvey. A smart call there. You know, a tough fall by Guerrero. You know, what do you say as a coach there, you know, in that situation there, Lily?
You know, as a coach, Jim Mulvey, really great. He strategically pulls those timeouts, and along with Coach Age, both these coaches and Coach Wills, actually, they all work together, and, you know, they really put into those timeouts, and in those timeouts, they really put together those plays, and the team puts it out there, and I think that's what these coaches are going to do here right now.
Right, Lily. 5-point lead still. Mepham's going to get the ball. 7:18 here left in this game. Definitely winnable for both sides. You know, Garden City has the lead. And like I mentioned before, they're trying to extend to an 8-game win streak. Try to advance to second in the conference with a win today as they're tied for a 3-way tie. So this is big for each team. Mepham beat Great Neck South last game. You know, Julie Rawlinson had 11 points that game. And, you know, Great Neck South's also in a 3-way tie with Garden City. So a lot of big key factors here throughout the season for both teams.
Huge game here tonight because last week, Great Neck South, Long Beach, and Garden City were all tied for first place, and now we see Mepham coming out first place with all these other teams tied for second. Anyone's game here.
Rawlinson shoots a 3, no good. Good rebound, aggressive rebounds by Guerrero. Mayer's got it, passes to Dela Croce. Over to Rawlinson. Looking to go somewhere.
Beautiful pick by Riley Clark.
Shoots, no good. Fitzgerald's got it now. Loses her balance, she falls, pass off to Sayak. Guarded by Dela Croce, picked by Fitzgerald. Sayak goes over to Griffin, down low to O'Connor. Called for a traveling drive violation there. 34-29 still, 6:29 left to go. Robinson over to Mayer.
Here we see Mepham's price big, which really has been working against Garden City. These girls work in practice, watch film, and they analyze what Garden City's going to do, and these girls have done a great job on this press.
Foul there. Rawlinson hits the floor. Still a 5-point lead. Over to Haley Guerrero. She gets rejected by Sayak.
Tough ball, Haley Guerrero, you know, got a bad ankle since last softball season, but she's been tough on it, icing it after the game. It's really tough for an athlete to, you know, play through an injury.
Sayak gets it over to Fitzgerald, now to Griffin, back to Sayak. Over the cuffs. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fitzgerald goes underneath. Stolen away by Rawlinson. She's going to take it coast to coast. She gets hit right by Sayok, right around the rim. Tough fall there from Rawlinson. Opportunity for 2 shots. Can make it a 3-point game here.
Mepham Pirates really taking a beating here, putting their body out for the ball, doing whatever it takes for the team. And you're definitely going to see that after the game tonight, those bumps and bruises. Take a look at these athletes' knees and their mentality. It's just so tough, and they're really just a great team.
Rawlinson, no good on the first one. Still 5-point lead for Garden City. No good on the second one, rebounded by McGuire. Brennan and Murray are back in the game. 2 key athletes and players for this Garden City team that could make plays when most needed. McGuire over to Sayok. That looks like it was for 3, but off the mark. Robinson comes up with the rebound, looking to go somewhere. Goes underneath to Clark. She puts it in, 34-31. Quickly 3-point lead.
Picture-perfect play by Riley Clark, getting around and posting up. That was a great play. She's been really having a tough time getting around tonight down low, and she really showed herself.
Murray kicks it off to Sayok. Gonna go somewhere. Sayok down low. No good. Rebounded by Clark. Comes up with it. Got Rawlinson now. 1-on-1. Stolen away by O'Connor. She's gonna go to Brennan. The blocking foul called against Haley Guerrero. Lori Del Croce. Yeah, Haley Guerrero. So Brennan to the line for 2. Big threat from Mepham.
You see Haley Guerrero with that block, really tough play, trying to keep your feet planted, hands up, trying to deny that shot. You see a girl coming at you full speed, you know she's going to get that layup. Such a tough thing to, really just let her go by you.
Shot's no good. Rebounded by Mayer. Perfectly set up for Mepham. Della Croce now. Takes it back up to the top of the key. Guarded by Murray. Rawlinson steps for 3. No good. Brennan on a one-on-one. Help. Resets. Goes to Sayok. Little jumper. No good. And Mepham's going to get this one. 34-31. 3-point lead for Garden City. Coming down to the wire. 4:06 left to play here in regulation.
We see Garden City not being so aggressive on the press. That's very surprising, seeing that they're only up by 3 points right here.
Mayer kicks it off to Della Croce. She's driving on the right side. Looks for Clark underneath. Clark goes up. Della Croce with a strong rebound. Loses it. Now gets off to Brennan. Brennan resets, goes to McGuire, driving on the right. It's a foul. Calls for a blocking foul.
It's number 3 for Julia Rawlinson. 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's easy to get those 2 fouls on her, and Julia Rawlinson is a key part in this Mepham defense and offense.
3:35, 34-31 stills the score. Croce's got it. Clock's running. Time is running out. Mayer. It's a wild pass. Stops and pops. No good. Mepham's going to maintain the ball here. Still a 3-point lead. Both teams are running out of answers.
Curious to see what Coach Mulvey's going to pull here. He's got a team full of athletes and a great court. So So let's see how these girls really play out and put their heart out.
McGuire gets the rebound off to O'Connor. Murray dribbling up. Sayak right there. No good. Clark with another strong rebound. Living in the paint. Della Croce right around the top of the key now. Looking to reset. Put some points up here for Mepham. Mayer. Clark for three. Off the mark. 2:40, 34-31. Coach Mulvey takes a timeout.
Smart timeout by Coach Mulvey, you know, only being down by 3 with 2 minutes left, you know. Mepham with such a great team of athletes. I think they're really going to pull something here and, you know, get this lead and hopefully get this win here tonight.
You're right, Lily. And, you know, what do you think the main reason that, you know, Coach Mulvey took that timeout?
You know, Coach Mulvey, with the game getting so intense and so aggressive, and in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, very smart for Coach Mulvey to, you know, pull a play, a quick play that Mepham can get open and get a shot, because that's exactly what they need.
One thing for Garden City that they've been lucky about, 34 quarter started, 34-29, 34-31, almost 3/4 of the quarter gone by, and, you know, 2 points only by Mepham. Their defense has been, you know, enormous, coming up big so far throughout this game. And, you know, hopefully Coach Bilello, of course, wants to stress it more, and he wants them to go home with their 8th victory in a row.
And, you know, Mepham's really got to keep out for Jamie Murray, taking those 3 points. You know, she's a 4-year varsity player, one of the best passers on the team, and she's an extra coach on the court. And Mepham's really definitely got to keep an eye out for her and make sure she does not shoot those threes, because that's what's going to kill Mepham this game.
Murray taking it up, but not before she reached Haley Guerrero after she was called for a foul. 34-31. Brennan inbounds it off to Sayak. She's dribbling. Stops and pops. Airballs that one. Rawlinson's got it now.
Let's see what Coach
Going for a fast pace, trying to go coast to coast. She does, lays it home. 34-33. Coming down to the wires.
Julia Rawlinson putting that layup in, down by the block, hooking it up. The player of the year last year, really showing herself and putting her out here for the team.
You can really hear and feel the crowd right now. McGuire's shot's no good. Rebounded by Clark. And that's going to go called for an over the back. And that's going to be called for a technical.
Here we see Mepham Pirates smiling on their face, you know. Only down by 1, 2 minutes left in the fourth. All the girls here got a smile on their face. These girls are ready to put their heart on the court and play their best to win here tonight.
Senior Claire McGuire called for the tech there. A big loss by Garden City. She lived down in the paint. Now they're going to have to make up for someone down there. 34-33. Garden City's up by 1. A minute 50 here. Della Croce's got it. Guerrero off to Della Croce. Rawlinson looking to lay one in, no good. Della Croce gets a strong rebound off Garden City. They're going to say that's off Mepham. Garden City's going to get the ball, 135. Up 1, it's Garden City. A 3 could make it a 2-possession game. Kelly Brennan going to take it into her own hands. Guarded by Rawlinson. Murray. Nowhere to go. Guarded. Good defense by Della Croce. Fitzgerald off to O'Connor. Bad pass. Brennan's got it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sayak. Fitzgerald down low, goes up. No good. A kickball violation. A minute and 4 here.
crazy game here by both of these teams. Intensity, the highest right here. And we see Mepham down by 1. These girls are not going to let this game slip out of their fingers. They have it here, down by 1. Not going to be an easy loss for either one of these teams here tonight. So let's see who steps up tonight and makes that shot. It's going to win the game.
Garden City taking a full timeout here. You know, what do you think Coach Bilello is definitely saying to his, team right here?
1 minute left in the fourth quarter, up by 1. It's all about heart here. You can call a play, but it's all up to these players, whoever's going to step up and who's going to make this shot, who's going to make this next shot, who's going to be there for that teammate. And that's definitely what I think the Garden City coach is saying.
Lily, Garden City has the game in their hands right now. It's up to Mepham if they want to try to, stop that and force a turnover somewhat. 1 minute and 4 seconds, plenty of time, timeouts and fouls. 1 minute and 4 seconds going to seem like 10 here, but it's Garden City who has the game in their hands. It's just, can they secure it and lock it up here?
You see these athletes tired, running on the court, this super fast-paced game. So let's see how the Mepham Pirates really put it out here tonight.
Murray to Brennan. Murray kicking it out. Good defense by Mepham. Murray goes up, blocked by Clark. Out of bounds by Riley Clark. 56 seconds. Garden City is going to have another chance after some tough defense from Mepham. Murray goes over to Sayoc for a 2. No good. Rebounded by Della Croce. 50 seconds and running. Della Croce gets fouled on the pass.
Perfect opportunity right here for Coach Jim Mulvey to call a play for these Mepham Pirates and make this one shot.
Kelly Brennan, who got fouled out on that one. Murray on the steal. O'Connor, the 2-point going up. No good. Rebounded by Rawlinson. Trying to maintain it. Got Mayer. For Guerrero. Gets it. They take the lead by 1. 35-34. This gym is wild. Mepham, who's been down all game long, comes back, takes the lead by 1 with less than 30 seconds left.
Absolutely stunning play by Haley Guerrero, putting that layup up, doing it for her team. Such a phenomenal feeling as an athlete, doing what you love and winning such a great game like that and putting such an important play in that game and knowing that you were in that success for that team is such a great feeling. And Haley Guerrero, such a stud, stepping up.
A 7-game win streak on the line for Garden City. Mepham could snap it, take the series, or Garden City, one of them, is a hero, steps up, a big shot, could take the lead, and they could split it 1-1.
One team here is going to walk out happy, one team is going to walk out furious. And Mepham, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, up by 1. Let's see how they keep it keep it up here.
A smart timeout there by Coach Mulvey. You don't want to rush it because then your team might be, a little discombobulated there. But, you're back on the court. 31 seconds left, 35-34. Mepham's up by 1. All game long, Mepham's been trailing either by 7 or 8. The largest lead of the night was 12 at one point. But, Mepham to come back, be up by 1 against Garden City, who's tied for second in the conference, could knock them down to 3rd or 4th place. With a loss here, could be big. Here's Fitzgerald, taking it up, guarded by Guerrero. Off to Sayoc. Crowd's going wild. Unnecessary screen. Murray's got it. As she's going to get called for a block and foul. 17 seconds left.
Both teams here got 4 fouls. One team puts a hand in, that's 2 shots for that team. Both these teams got to be careful with their fouls here. This could be the win or the loss of a game.
Murray goes off to Sayoc. That's an offensive foul. And it not what Garden City needed. Mepham's gonna get the ball here. 12 seconds left, 35-34. And exactly what Mepham needed, not what Garden City needed. An illegal screen might just do it, as Haley Guerrero was in this spot earlier in the season. She sank 2 free throws to ice the game for Mepham to make it 47-42, and she's in that spot again. She could make it it is 35-34. 2 free throws could make it a 3. It has to be a 3-point game here. A 3 would tie it. A 2, they would be down 1 if she could make both.
You know, 12 seconds left. 12 seconds left in this close game, putting Mepham sitting pretty in first. That can put Garden City down right now in second, tied for second, to third or even fourth place with this win here tonight by Mepham. So let's see how these 12 seconds play out here tonight.
Lily, 12 seconds. It was in the middle of the season where Haley Guerrero sank 2 free throws that iced the game for Mepham. And here it is again. She lived the dream. 12 seconds, you know, in the future, here she is again. 2 free throws that could determine a game that might just clinch them the first place spot if Long Beach and Great Neck South do lose. But the next games in their season are going to be big ones for sure, as they face MacArthur next week, and Garden City goes off to face Long Beach. Another big A1 conference battle for them, as Long Beach is also in the mix of the 3-way tie. So big battles for both teams after this one. But first, we're focused on this one, and this is a battle and a half. Guerrero won't be taking the free throws, though. They'll be inbounding it. Mayer goes to Guerrero. (35-34) after a jump ball. They thought she fouled them, but it was a jump ball. So now Garden City's going to get it, 35-34.
9 seconds left here. Mepham up by 1, and Garden City wanting this win tonight. Both of these teams are not going to let this up easy. Let's see. Both of these teams won a triple overtime last game. So let's see if they go into overtime or Mepham takes the win here tonight.
1 shot for Garden City, most likely. 9 seconds after 3 seconds was burned right there. But, you know, 1 shot could determine the score of this game and how it will end up. You know, we've seen a lot of these games come down to the wire, you know, especially this one. Once a 12-point game, and now is a 1-point lead for Mepham after they were trailing 12. So anything in sports could happen, and that's why, you know, people love sports. You know, anything could happen. You could be down 20 and come back to win 20, and anything just like that. But Mepham, who was down 12, comes back up by 1, 9 seconds. What do you think Coach Bilello is saying right now?
You know, 9 seconds on the clock. Mepham and Garden City notorious for being aggressive teams. I think this coach is saying you got to keep off these fouls. You got to just play good, hard defense. And if you see that shot, take it. Because this could be either a win or a hard loss tonight. So whatever they do, they got to do it all with heart and as a team.
Griffin's going to inbound it. They're going to stack it here. Goes to Fitzgerald. All they need is 1 shot. Jumper. It's no good. Griffin's got it. Goes back up. Rebounded by Rawlinson. She's going to get fouled. 0.7 seconds left. 2 shots. 0.7. Incredible for this Mepham team. Garden City, who had a 12-point lead, struggled to keep it.
Now we see Julia Rawlinson on the line. 0.7 seconds left, not even 1 second left, up by 1. You know, Mepham Pirates really have it in their hands here. These girls are going to continue to be sitting pretty tonight unless with this 0.7 seconds Garden City manages to get a shot and we see them going to overtime or Garden City even takes the win.
Right, Lily. There's Rawlinson. He's going to the line. There's the first. And the 2 will tie it if they somehow can get that off. Rawlinson. Off it, and Mepham somehow comes back and wins. 37-34 is the final. Incredible for the girls, especially the seniors, and the senior night on an incredible comeback. Snaps Garden City's 7-game win streak. They fall to 8-8, 7-4. 8-8 overall, 7-4 in the conference. Mepham moves on to 11-5 and 9-2 in the conference. And they'll remain and have the first place seed locked up in the conference. What was your big takeaway, Lily?
You know, Mepham Pirates, down by 12 at one point, managed to get this win. These girls showed so much heart as athletes, and they put their heart onto the court to win this game tonight.
All right, thanks, guys. How with me, the BMB player of the game, Haley Guerrero. Haley, 17 points, huge performance tonight. And, you know, you guys had a triple overtime win earlier in the season. They won 7 straight games. This was a big game for you guys and a big win. How do you view your team's performance today?
Our team's performance was really good. We worked hard. Like, our seniors put in so much work, and we had to win this game for them. So, like, we wanted to come out strong and just make sure, like, they ended their last game on this court good.
And Haley, this is as tough as a physical game as anybody could ever remember. This is like an 80s Celtics-Lakers game right now, how physical the play was tonight. Did you think that had some part to do in the last 2 minutes of that game?
Yeah, it did. But you had to just keep like your mind focused and just know like your team had your back. So like you had to keep your mentality good and like just put your head in the game. So.
And you guys had a triple overtime win early in the season. Did you guys have this game like circled for the in the latter half of the year? Was this a game that you guys were looking forward to playing against them one more time?
Yeah, it was, because we knew that we had to come out even stronger than we did, and we didn't want to go into overtime again, so we had to put our full effort towards this game and all we had left.
All right, great. Thanks, Haley. Good luck with the rest of the season. BMB player of the game, Haley Guerrero. Mepham wins 37-34. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rocco. And incredible isolated win for Mepham, 37-34. And thanks to BMB's player of the game, Haley Guerrero. 17 points on the night. And that'll do it from BMB. I'm Tom Morrow alongside Lily Yepes, and we'll see you next time.